So, I got a question for you. Do you like playing your games at 30 frames per second? If you don't, then chances are you are among the majority of gamers that are playing games right now. And if you do, well, then you'll be happy to know that Obsidian has decided to release their new game, Avowed, at 30 FPS on console. And of course, because this is the internet and we can write stuff, we've all lost our minds over it. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gruzbee. The Catgirl mascot is Fumi-chan. This is a place where we talk about games and gaming updates because if we don't do it, someone better will. That's right, I stand by what I said. So the other day I came across an article on Nerd Stash discussing the new Avowed video game because, all right, truth be told, I was curious when the release date was, so type, search, when the F is, Avowed coming out, that sort of thing. And that's when I saw it, the unholy news that Obsidian wants 30 FPS for Avowed because you apparently don't need 60 FPS. So the article by Daniel Talif reads, Obsidian Entertainment has announced that its highly anticipated upcoming RPG Avowed will aim for 30 FPS on Xbox consoles. This comes from the game's art director, Matt Hansen, who said on a podcast that the team's bare minimum when it comes to FPS is 30. He went on to say that since it's a first-person game, hitting 60 FPS doesn't really matter, and that limiting the game to 30 will allow the developer to add more detail and make the game better looking overall. The decision was made in a very early part of development and that the team is happy with it. Avowed in its current state is running pretty smoothly according to Hansen and is visually dense, which was the intention from the start. The reveal has sparked some debate online that Avowed at 30 FPS on both Xbox Series X and S doesn't make much sense since one console is a lot more powerful than the other. Plus, the art director's comment about first-person games not needing 60 FPS is also under fire because according to most fans, that's where it matters most. This is why most people who play first-person shooters like Call of Duty, Overwatch, they tend to opt for monitors that support well over 120 FPS. Look, I'm just going to say this right now. I played Outer Worlds on console, and it was a true 30 FPS experience. And I had the worst time of it. Everything about the fighting just felt off. Like I was aiming, but the bullets were not going where I was pointing the weapon. It was a beautiful game, and I really wanted to support Obsidian, but the experience was just absolutely dreadful. I cannot imagine a similar time on Avowed, considering that we exist in a time when game consoles are capable of far more than that. So, Let's go back to the article here. No word on the PC version yet, but it will likely not be limited in terms of FPS due to the freedom of hardware the platform provides. Platform being PC, right? Avowed was originally slated for late 2024 release, but pushed into 2025. The confirmation was made on X, formerly Twitter, by Obsidian Entertainment that the final release date for Avowed is February 18th, 2025. We know that the game will have over 10 different endings and that the overall length of the game will be similar to that of the Outer Worlds. It will be set in the world of Eora, which might sound familiar to anyone who has played the studio's Pillars of Eternity games. So yeah, the community is having none of this, guys. I mean, this morning, in fact, believe it or not, 30 FPS was trending on X. And there are some scathing remarks on the decision by Obsidian. 30 FPS isn't playable. It isn't acceptable. It isn't something that should ever be considered as an option. What it absolutely is, however, is an insult to our gamers. Optimize your games. 30 FPS is a minimum expectation. The bare minimum expectation. Okay, see, I just know this. Bethesda tried this crap when Starfield was released, and it didn't go over well. And they've since backtracked on it. Well, kinda. I mean, I can almost smell the retraction coming on this one. Obsidian Entertainment would do well to listen to the players right now, rather than look like a bunch of dorks and have to make the change later on. Or worse, double down and piss everyone off. Because we know the internet is eager, just eager to take this bad news and go downvote some shit. I ought to know. I get downvoted for the Catgirl like all the effing time. What this decision has accomplished is to take away one of the core functions that these consoles offer. Xbox Series X and even PlayStation 5, these gamers could enjoy their games in a way that was mostly only possible on PC. And now we're right back to those dark days. You know, I mean, it's sort of like we've just gone backwards with console capabilities. But I want to turn the questions over to you guys. What are your thoughts on 30 or 60 FPS? Does it only matter in a first-person shooter, or should it just be a standard at this point? Let me know by heading to the comments, and let's get some conversation going. Guys, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to give it a like. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more gaming news discussion like this, then be sure to subscribe. Also, hit the bell icon so that you can get in ahead of all of those unsubbed viewers. Have an amazing day, everyone. Keep being awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.